All right, folks, my name is Bob, and I am here to assemble and put on two different Glory Fire brass catchers. One will be on my 5.56 rifle, the other will be on my 450 Bushmaster rifle. The difference between the two items is one of them has these two little nubs on it, and the other one has a groove that's cut in. And you use a pressure release thing here to slide it on and off. First thing you do is you check your weapons, clear them, make them safe. I took the bolt carrier groups out of both of them, so they are completely empty. And then what I did is I took and I placed the mechanism that goes on the Picatinny rail on the Picatinny rail and adjusted the bar for the brass catcher so they would line up properly. Makes it a lot easier when you do that at the beginning. What I have found already is that the scope for the 450 Bushmaster is much longer. It's more of a hunting scope, which is what this is. It's a straight wall cartridge I use for hunting in Ohio. The problem that we have with this here is that I have very large, long, round fingers, and I cannot get to the mechanism here that releases the spring and keeps the brass catcher on the 450 because of the scope. So for that reason, I will be going to the Picatinny rail mechanism that has the nubs on it. When I attach this other brass catcher slides right on and stays in place. I've used this before. I've had this one for a year and it works quite well. So the first thing you need to do is figure out where you're going to put that, and I've come to the conclusion I'm going to put this one right here because I've already tried it. I already found out where it fits and everything else. All you need to do is loosen there's a nut here on the end that's an Allen nut. It comes with a Allen wrench when you buy the kit. If you have two different rifles, you may want to put this on because I have a 5.56 and a 450. When you order the brass catcher, you can order two separate kits, or you can order one kit that has two of the Picatinny rail attachments. These are the Picatinny rail attachments. This one has the nubs on it, and this one in here has the groove in it. That's the difference between the two. Once you have the Picatinny rail attachment attached here as I have, the brass catcher will slide right on. You hear a couple of clicks as it goes over the nubs and it is attached. I have not had this fall off at this time. It's been staying on very well, especially with the recoil of a 450 Bushmaster. Next up, I'm going to be putting the second Picatinny rail attachment on for my 5.56 barrel. And this one here has the slotted groove in the top of it. And again, what I did first is I attached the Picatinny rail mount to the Picatinny rail and measured everything to see where they would fit. Now I've securely attached that to the Picatinny rail in front of my scope, and now I am able to place the brass catcher using the thumb mechanism, thumb release, and putting that right onto the scope, or the Picatinny rail. And now I've securely fastened the Glory Fire brass catcher to my rifle. This is a new one. I have not tried it yet. I'm interested to see how it works. I have no doubts it'll work every bit as good as the previous one. And this one, I like about it is the Velcro that you have holding your basket on. They came up with a new design. The Velcro this time now attaches on the top. Before it had to go underneath and attach inside the basket. It was difficult to work with. The heat resistant mesh seems a bit firmer, and the actual zipper seems a little easier to work than the other one. I think the first one that I have is an excellent piece of equipment. It works well with my 450 Bushmaster, especially with the scope I have on it. I've probably put 100 rounds through the 450 Bushmaster with that brass catcher, and I've yet to have a problem. And I'm looking forward to trying the new brass catcher for the 5.56. And that's all I have. Thank you very much.